There are some other hacks. And if you want to know the other hacks, go to theperiscopescoop.com and I can send you the hacks. I'm also going to send you how to create a bio and your about section and like a Mad Libs form. I've got a worksheet. You just plug and play and you can do that. And third thing I'm going to be putting up there and sending for you guys is the tutorial on how to create that YouTube template where your video is off to the side and you don't have a ton of black bars when you upload those vertical videos, and you can have your stationery. So I'm going to just run through, teach you guys how to create that whole thing and let you know. So yes, theperiscopescoop.com. Thank you so much, Blasi, for sharing that. And tonight we are going to be talking about how to create catchy headlines that people will stop in their tracks to see what you've got and check in on your stuff. So we're going to get going right in the meat of it all. Let me get going. My name is Christine, and I do help small business owners, entrepreneurs launch their businesses. One of the big questions I get over and over every day, besides can you take me under your wing and mentor you, is how do I get started? Just tell me what to do and I will do it. Well, I'm that girl. If you don't like your hair pet and your back patted to have that warm, fuzzy feeling of getting started, and you just kind of want to know what to do, like cut to the chase, just tell me what to do. That's what I do. I just think that way. I can't help it. I think of let me figure out something that's difficult or that takes people a long time to do, and I will boil it down to a system. So I'm that systems person, because if you can plug people into a system, then bam, things start rolling. And I will make it easy for you and I will pass it on. So that's what I do to train entrepreneurs. I've been in network marketing for the past 7 years. I've achieved the top in that company multiple times, as well as I am the one that has the largest organization within that company. So the company has about 300,000 representatives in their business organization, and I am not a founding coach, but I have over 160,000 of them just within my own organization and downline. And of course, a lot of other insane success. Yes, I am in fitness. I am in the health and fitness industry. I myself have been a group fitness instructor for over 24 years. The past 15 years, I am a professional fitness trainer. So I'm that person that is the trainer to the trainers. I'm the master trainer. I'm the one who certifies people. I film the workout videos still to this day. A lot of other things. And I got my start in the year of 2000 being a professional. And that's working with Chalene Johnson's company, Powder Blue Productions, which is no longer because she sold it off to Beachbody. So now Beachbody does certifications. And I haven't put out a formal announcement, but in February, I actually resigned as a master trainer. I figured my time is done. I've done 15 years. And it's not what I signed up for anyway. All my friends, we've all moved on to being millionaires. We don't need to do this anymore. We don't need to kill ourselves lugging these boxes all around anymore. So I got out of the fitness presenting world in February and focus on network marketing in health and fitness. And how do you become a master trainer? That is a great question. First of all, you have to be an instructor. So if you haven't been an instructor for years and you don't have a huge network and following, I would suggest don't apply to be a master trainer. But I think it's a lot easier to become a master trainer for multiple companies, depending on which one you want to work for. Just basically whatever one you love, apply. Follow what they offer, and they've got applications out there. So you want to make that transition. Well, if you follow me, I can help you out with that because that was my world. And I've done it all. I've presented at conferences. I still film the workout videos. I'm the person that holds the record for certifying the most amount of instructors ever in the company, as well as having the most and highest sales in the company too. So, and I'm the one that created the processes for the whole company for the presenters working for them. That's why this is my forte. I've been doing that for years. So I'm excited to be able to share this. Let's get going. All right. So I want to give you some ideas on how you can catch people's attention when you are creating headlines. Headlines in your scopes, in your YouTube videos, even your Facebook, Instagram. Headlines are really, really important. There's like science and studying and math done on this stuff so that people can figure this out. And this is actually one of the key things that I always think about myself. Well, yeah, I totally stop in my tracks because of that. So let me start with the first one. One of the very easiest things you could do that stops someone immediately is use numbers. People love numbers. So for instance, you say, my top 7 tips to start the morning off right. Or 5 mistakes people make in their businesses. Numbers. Use numbers. And here's the other thing. For instance, you could even go, my 5 most favorite protein bars. When you put a number, people immediately want it. And depending on, of course, if it's a positive or negative, that's something else that we're going to be talking about. So the first thing is use numbers. That's always going to grab attention. Next tip to create interesting headlines is use interesting adjectives. So interesting adjectives, meaning effortless way to lose weight. Lots of people, que no entiendo nada. So I don't know what entiendo means. I forgot what that means. I know nada is nothing. Okay. Painstaking mistakes people make in their business. Oh, understand. En piquito español. That's what I gotta say, right? So painstaking is that term, that adjective, that term. Or dare to do this in your business. So use really interesting adjectives to describe that, and that's going to bring attention. It's a shock value. So the first one is use numbers. Second one is to use interesting adjectives. Or be dangerous and go off on a limb. Something that's easy. All right, so I'm going to give you a little formula. And I wrote these all down on a Word document. That's why I'm referencing the Word document, so that I'm following along and we can get through the content tonight, so I'm not up for 2 hours again like I did last night. Okay, so here's a simple headline writing formula. Okay, so here is a simple formula that you can use. So the first is using a number or a trigger. It's a trigger word or a number. So mistakes is a trigger word, or shocking is another trigger word. But again, number or tips is a trigger word. So if we tie the number to a trigger word, so that's an easy way to start. A number to a trigger word. And then you add an adjective. So again, we're up to 3 parts. First start with a number, then add your trigger word, then add your adjective. So there's our formula so far. 2 more. Then the keyword. And I'm going to give you some examples so you know what I'm talking about. And then the promise. Okay, so here's the formula for the perfect headline. The first is the number, trigger word, adjective, keyword, promise. Let me give you an example. Okay. So, it says right here, you're going to write an article and you're talking about giving an elephant a bath. So you can say, how to bathe an elephant. Simple. Would it get attention? Not as much. You can put, or this is why I love elephants. It's not going to get much attention. Most of the time, we just think about what we're thinking in our head and we just write that down. So now let's put the formula to it. Ready? 18 unbelievable ways you can bathe an elephant indoors. That gets more attention. So 18, number, unbelievable ways, trigger word. Where are we? You can bathe. So you're moving into the keyword, an elephant indoors. All of those together is going to create that one. So here's another formula on, say, for instance, if you're in real estate. Ready? How you can effectively sell your home in 24 hours. Many people would definitely look for that. So this doesn't start with a number, but it does have the number in it. So it didn't start with a number. So if you're trying to get your handle on how to effectively build the headline to catch that attention, just start with the formula of the number somewhere in the beginning or the end, because people like quantifiable answers. They want to know, just tell me what to do and I will do it. That's why I have been able to be a success, because if people just want to know what to do, I will tell you what to do, just do it, and they have success, then I have success. That's how it works. So if you're trying to get those headlines, stop saying simple statements, start putting the shocking value on it. People love answers. Yeah. Here's the other thing, is when you are going to share something, Try not to say, I'll give you an example here. 10 reasons that I'll teach you how, or 10 tips I'll teach you on how to sell your home. Teach is not a good word. So no one wants to be taught. People want the secrets. People want things to be shared. So remove the word teach or telling. Anything that's bossy, take it out and sound more serving. So sharing, giving, secrets revealed. That's what people like, because those are going to be where people are going to have attention and they're going to want to stay with you. So again, numbers are critical. Awesome adjective, a trigger word, adjective that just is different than what normally people use. And then also definitely remember the result of what they're going to get, because then that's going to be it. Yeah, so no bossy words, because people don't like bossy words. So that's a formula, and those are just some quick ideas. So use numbers to recap. So use numbers, and it's good if you use them in the beginning, but just don't be that person that uses the same every time. So that's why you might want to switch and use the number in the end as well. So use numbers, use an adjective, a very like expressive adjective, also known as a trigger word. So effortless, fascinating, secret, something that is described, secret things, something that people just wouldn't normally hear all the time. And then the promise of what you're going to be using, but the last one is remove those bossy terms. I'm going to school you. I'm going to teach you. Learn from me. Remove those things that are sounding very egotistical and that you know more than them. People don't want to be told what to do. They don't like to be bossed around. They don't want to feel less than. And everybody wants to really feel like, I got my stuff together. You don't need to tell me. You're just sharing your answers. So change those words to be more giving, more sharing, laying out the information. That's what you're basically doing. And if you follow that formula, as you get it going, just again, use the number, the trigger word, the adjective, keyword, and the promise that you're going to give to them. Have you been reading my mind? I've been needing this info. That's so funny, Laura. Cool. Good. Yeah, this one's a nice quick one tonight, because it was just a matter of you're making headlines every day, because you're writing a Facebook post every day. You're writing Instagram every day. Oh, if you're on Instagram or Twitter, these periscopes, YouTube. What about adding emojis? That's a great one, Santiago. That definitely. I'm an emoji girl, so I always use emojis, because that's just how I think. Like, I think an emoji, and I don't care that I'm 42 years old. I'm sorry, I'm still like a 20. I don't say 21-year-old. I feel like a 28-year-old, even though I wasn't married and kids back then, and I wasn't making money that much back then. But I feel like my mind is there. I don't feel like I'm in my 40s. So I would say, can you give one more example? Sure, let me think about it. Okay. I just don't want to always use like stuff that's in my world. I want to try to use ones that are in your world. Okay. 5 insane tips to get your kids eating vegetables by tomorrow night's dinner. Something like that. So 5 insane, it's insane tips, the promise to get your kids eating vegetables by when? Tomorrow night's dinner or whatever. So hopefully that will make sense. To make an actual list within a blog if you're using numbers, I'd suggest it doesn't necessarily have to be 1, 2, 3, but it does need to be broken up. So it could be like new headlines. So headline number 1 would be the first point, or use bullet points. So if you are going to say numbers, then yes, you need to segment it off in some way or another, because definitely it wouldn't make sense then otherwise. All right. How's that feel? Does that feel good? So next time when you're putting up your Facebook post tomorrow, test it out, okay? So put up your best Facebook post, Twitter post, Instagram post tomorrow. Should they be bold letters? It depends on what kind of content it is. So for instance, if I'm doing a picture, I would make like a picture and I'll put, a pic of me maybe, and I'll probably put like 10 in like a circle or something, tips, and then smaller font. So the numbers should be bigger to pop up sometimes if you can, if it's like an image or something that you're creating. But if you're writing text, like on Facebook and Instagram, you can't change that. But if you're doing a PDF form, totally. Yeah, caps, I think, pop out. I try to do that a lot as well. As well as bold out the different color of what is important too, because that will definitely make things pop out. Hey, here we go. You will get a better chance to get critiqued if you want to leave me an audio question as well. So if you want to ask me a question and be featured on my Wednesday Periscopes, which we did earlier today, go to speakpipe.com/Christine Dwyer and ask me a question. Try to keep them to around a minute or so that they're not so long. And ask me any question about any issue you're having in your business, and I will feature you and be able to do this. Thank you guys for being so efficient and having a quick topic. Thanks again. See you guys.